Alright, I'm starting here with a piece of clay 2 inches long, right out of the pug mill. What we need to do is not put it down on its end, but on its side. You have to put it on its side, otherwise it'll crack. First thing you do to the center is you brace. Everything is braced. My knees against the splash pan, elbows against my hips, upper arms against my torso. I'm going to make a straight line from my elbow through the heel of my hand to the center of the clay. That's how you center. You hold it off center slightly and then you move away. That's how you center clay. Almost full speed, glistening wet. You come at it, you hold it off center slightly and then move away. It centers itself. But you use 2 hands. With your right hand, you pull and you leave a line with your fingertips. So I'm pushing with my left heel, I'm pulling with my right fingertips. Now, we need to wheel wedge. That means you squeeze it up, squeeze it down, squeeze it up, squeeze it down a few times, at least 4 or 5 times, 6 times better. That's called wheel wedging. Then you end up in that position right there. Now we move on to step 2, which is opening. I'm going to do a cylinder. So I slow down just a little bit, not too much, but I go down to 3/8 of an inch and I pull out. Notice how my hand is over top of the wall, so it doesn't, so I'm controlling it. Pull out, nice flat floor. This is called compressing the floor. You go from the outside edge toward the center. That's compressing the floor. And now I'm ready to move on to step 3. Step 3, right side only. Left hand inside just goes along for the ride. Both hands are braced like one machine. One fingertip to one fingertip. I come in, try to maintain a cone, and set the lip. Again, glistening wet. Grab a little more clay. My hands are braced, one machine. One fingertip to one fingertip. I like to hold a sponge so I don't have to dip all the time. I'm going to go back. I'm going to get one more pull for this cylinder. One fingertip to one fingertip and set the lip. That's how you throw a cylinder. Be sure to sponge out the bottom and grab your throwing stick and undercut the bottom. This is how you undercut the bottom. Just make a pass. Nice arc with the pointed side, the sharper edge of the throwing stick towards you. That's undercutting. And that's done. That's a cylinder. So, take my cutoff wheel, or my cutoff wire, cut it off, and I can actually lift it right off and set it aside. Alright, now I'm going to throw a bowl. Same thing. Clay's right out of the pug mill. Put it on there. First thing I do is do my wheel wedging. I'm actually centering while I'm wheel wedging. Squeeze it up, push it down, squeeze it up, push it down. So I'm centering and wheel wedging, making a bowl this time. So instead of a flat floor, when I open, I go down to, thank you very much, need one of these to do a bowl, forgot that. Go down to 3/8 of an inch and come up so that the lowest point is right in the center, because this is going to be a bowl. Now I'm ready to go to step 3, which is pulling up the walls. I come up, it wants to go out and I'm going to let it go out a little bit. Set the lip, piece of stray clay there that fell inside. Set the lip, make my second pull. Nice round floor, continuous curve on that floor. Set the lip, go back down, one more pull. I'll get one more pull out of this. Thinning the walls, slow speed because centrifugal force wants to throw it out anyway. Set the lip, and that bowl is almost done. I'm going to be sure that it has a nice continuous curve, and so I'm going to use this compact disc on the right side only, holding it like this. On the right side only, I go down, and make a nice continuous curve so that your spoons and different utensils don't have to try to catch every little, they don't get caught in a little channel, a little narrow channel. I call them Cheerio chasers. No Cheerio chasers. Set the lip. On a bowl, you do the same kind of thing. You don't have to undercut a bowl if you don't want to, because it's good. You have to leave it on a back. So then you lift this off and set it aside. I'm going to do one more quick cylinder and show you a wall. Center, wheel wedge. Step 2, open, flat floor, compress, compress. Step 3, pulling up the walls toward the center. Outside hand does most of the work. Set the lip. Grab a next pull, fingertip to fingertip, right side only, and always set the lip. And the last pull, one fingertip to one fingertip, and all vessels just about start as a cylinder. Now, the way you make a pot with this is you have your idea for your form, and I'm going to undercut here. Is you throw against a steel rib. Steel rib is flexible, and all you have to do is throw against the steel rib, drawing a line in space, and that gives your vessel its form. Pushing out against the steel rib creates your vessel, and then you can do whatever you want with the lid or the lip if you're going to put a lid on it. And that's pretty much it. You need to have a sponge, a cutoff wire, a wooden rib for some kinds of throwing, a metal rib, a needle tool in case you mess up and need to needle off the top, wear through slowly, pick it up. That's how you needle off the top. If you need to take off the top because it's off center, wear through slowly and then lift it off. That's why you need a needle tool. Throwing stick, rubber, wooden rib, steel rib, and a compact disc for throwing bowls. That's how you learn to throw.